if you actually want to grow your business, you need to be tracking these metrics. Hey everybody, how's it going? It's Spencer here. If you're new to the channel, I run a growth-focused agency by the name of Easy Aim Media, where we help multiple 6- and 7-figure Shopify brands scale their sales profitably. Now, I'm really excited today as I'm going to be talking about some of the most important metrics that you as a business owner should be paying attention to, and how these metrics play a crucial role to building a brand that actually has real value. Now, before I jump in, the platform that I'm using to actually show you all this data is called TripleWhale Analytics. TripleWhale Analytics saves myself and my clients hours of gross spreadsheets and gives us the data that we need to actually make decisions that will grow our business. So if you're impressed by this dashboard that I'm about to show you, just know there's a link below for you to try TripleWhale risk-free yourself. And by using my link, you get a nice little 15% off as well. So with that out of the way, let's jump into metric number 1. So again, here we are inside of the glorious TripleWhale, and the first metric that we are going to be looking at is RPS. RPS stands for revenue per session. Revenue per session is calculated by dividing, as you can see here, the order revenue on your store by the total amount of sessions that you actually have gotten. Revenue per session is an incredible metric for actually understanding what a user is worth when they land on your website. If you know how much a session on your website is worth, that provides a whole new level of scalability and also provides you information on where you can start to optimize. Revenue per session is one of our favorite metrics, especially as a CRO agency, as it helps us see the impact of conversion rate and average order value working together. There's a lot of times where we try to boost average order value with clients, but conversion rate will drop. And sometimes vice versa. Maybe we're trying to drive conversion rate, and in order to do that, we have to drop our AOV a little bit. But if you actually want to see the total impact that has on what matters most, which is your sales, you need to be tracking revenue per session. To pull up a perfect example of why this metric matters, here's a split test that we recently ran for one of our clients. If we were to look at this from a high level, we would have made the decision that this variant right here, EAM min, is better than the original. And why did we make that assumption? Well, because if we look, we can see that this page is converting at 4% versus 3.57. Makes sense. But this is where so many people go wrong. If I actually dive in deeper to the metrics to see the average order value associated with each variant, that would actually not be the right decision to make. And the reason why I say that is because you can see the average order value associated with the original page is $277 compared to $238. So although this page has a lower conversion rate, people on this page are actually spending more. And if you look at, you guessed it, the revenue per session, you can see the revenue per session on the original page is actually higher. So if you're not actually searching for this metric to see how much a session on a certain page is worth, you could be losing out on thousands of dollars per month. As you can see, although the test is still slightly close, the original page is generating $9.90 per session compared to $9.58 per session. Now let's just say we didn't check revenue per session and we were to push this variant live because we saw the conversion rate was higher. Because this page is generating an additional 32 cents per session, if we times the difference of 32 cents by 5,737 sessions, assuming that this page is now going to get all the sessions moving forward, over 37 days, that one mistake would have cost this client an additional $1,800 per month or $22,000 over a year. And of course, that just means you're keeping sessions the same, where most businesses are driving sessions high. So that's why it is so important to make sure that you are tracking the revenue per session on your pages rather than just the conversion. Hey guys, just popping in super quick. I hope you're enjoying this video so far. And if you are, make sure you leave a like down below. All those likes really do help the algorithm. And if you're new to the channel, consider subscribing as well, as I've got a ton of great content planned for you in the upcoming months. With that said, let's get back to the numbers. Now, metric number 2 that we're going to be looking at is NCCPA. NCCPA stands for New Customer Cost Per Acquisition. Throw in another C there if you want to. And what this metric tells you, as you can probably guess, is how much you're actually paying to get a new customer into your business. And in regards to calculating this metric, you basically just divide the new customer revenue, which TripleWhale so kindly provides with its dashboard, and divide that by essentially your total marketing costs. And by being able to see your new customer cost per acquisition, that tells you whether or not you're actually profitable acquiring customers. Now, depending on your industry, new customer cost per acquisition is probably one of the most important metrics for you to actually track. Now, the reason why using a tool like TripleWhale to get this data is so important is because, for example, Facebook is not telling you whether or not it was actually a new customer that purchased. It's just telling you that you got a purchase. Whereas if you have a tool like TripleWhale, you can start to see whether your ads are actually generating new customer purchases or just taking attribution for people that have already bought, which Facebook really does love to do. Another reason why this metric is so important is because it can actually tell you where you need to improve on your marketing. If you're spending a ton on Facebook and you notice that your CPA is, say, $20, but your new customer CPA is $50, that means you probably need to start working on better ads that attract new customers, especially if you're using the one campaign setup, which if you haven't seen that video, make sure you go check that out right after this one. So being able to see how much you're spending to actually get a new customer into your business is an absolute must metric for you to track, and also plays a massive role in the third and final metric, which is CLV. Now, CLV stands for customer lifetime value. Some people also refer to it as LTV, just lifetime value, but CLV is probably the most important metric of your entire business. The reason why it's so important is because if you know how much a customer is actually worth to you, that provides an entire new level of scalability and predictability for your brand. Now, as you can see, I'm back in TripleWhale and I am looking at the cohorts section, which provides some incredible insights to take LTV to another level. But in simple terms, CLV is essentially calculated by multiplying your customer value by the average customer lifespan. And customer value is calculated by the average value of a sale multiplied by average number of transactions. Now, rather than trying to calculate that yourself, this is why I use a tool like TripleWhale to be able to see all of this right in front of me. What's great about TripleWhale as well is it has cohorts to be able to see month over month what that new customer cost per acquisition is and how much value that cohort of customers is actually worth to my business. If you're able to see inside of your business when you can acquire customers for the least amount and have those customers be worth the most to you, that can help you scale your brand so much more effectively. Now, I could probably film an entire another video on what these cohorts mean and what essentially all this is doing, but most importantly, you need to be tracking customer lifetime value to understand how much a person is worth to the brand. So if those cohorts to you are overwhelming, you can also just use Willie, which is our friend over here at TripleWhale, and ask it a question like, what is the lifetime value of my customers? And Willie will happily tell you what your LTV is all time. So just to do one last final recap, metric number 1, revenue per session, making sure you understand how much a user is worth when they land on your store. Number 2, new customer cost per acquisition, understand how much you're paying to get a new customer into your business. And metric number 3, customer lifetime value. So that way you know how much that person is worth once they're inside of your business. And by using those metrics, you will be able to confidently scale your Shopify brand in 2023 and beyond. All right, that's going to be it for today's video. Now, if you enjoyed this and you want to see more videos like this, definitely make sure you consider subscribing as I post new videos every single Monday. And if you enjoyed this video in particular, make sure you leave a like. And if you have any questions for me or recommendations, make sure you drop a comment down below as well. And as always, if you have a multiple 6 or 7-figure Shopify brand and you're looking for an agency to partner with and help you really grow your sales, check out the link down below for you to book a call with our team and get a custom action plan from us. With all that said, thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video, and I'll see you next week.